This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
Oh, this story, the deeper you dig into it, the more it hurts.
Is this a type of story where you can picture it being a movie one day?
Yeah.
It's that good?
Definitely.
Okay, what?
At this point, it's bad. Stephen Thomas, a computer programmer, has 2 guesses left to figure out a password that is worth, to him, roughly about $220 million right now. $220 million.
What's this password giving him access to?
His Bitcoins. He was given 7,002 Bitcoins as payment for making a video explaining how cryptocurrency works more than a decade ago, which I need to watch because I still don't understand.
Oh, don't even try.
Yeah, like it's money, but it's not really money.
It's
but
money,
it acts
but it
as
doesn't
money.
exist, but it's on the internet. I'm like,
okay.
Sure.
Anyway, at the time, those Bitcoins were worth a couple bucks each, so let's say about $15,000 total he was given for this video.
And I would have cashed out right then and there.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, wow, that's more than I've had ever.
So he stored them in an iron key digital wallet on a hard drive. He wrote the password on a piece of paper. He has since lost it. After 10 failed attempts, the password will encrypt itself, making the wallet impossible to access. This has put him off cryptocurrencies. He's angry.
Yeah.
Thomas would not
it's kind
be
of ridiculous.
Yeah. Like you, I guess. He put it in the iron key digital wallet himself, though, and that's what it does. It will not let you get access if you fail.
That to me just sounds like the plot of a sci-fi movie. It's in an iron, what was it?
Iron key
cast.
digital wallet. He wouldn't be the first, though. There's currently about $140 billion worth of Bitcoin that's lost or left in wallets that can't be accessed. Businesses helping retrieve digital currency receive multiple requests each day from people.
This is so frustrating because I feel like everyone listening right now has gone through the same process of trying to log into something. Like, let's say you haven't logged into your MyFitnessPal in a long time. You try and log in. You don't remember the password. You just email yourself a new password.
Right.
You can't do that with Bitcoin?
Well, I think you can't do that with this iron key digital wallet.
I hate this thing. I don't even know what it is. What does it look like?
It's digital. So
what?
It doesn't look like anything. It just protects passwords and makes it so that if you forget them or if somebody tries to break in, it'll shut the whole system down. Anyway, this poor guy, $220 million, 2 more guesses.
Woof.
Everybody's rooting for him at this point that he can figure out what his old password is. I wonder if he's tried password.
Password 1234, which was the most common password of 2020, believe it or not. I remember reading that. This guy needs to do a live stream of the sweat dripping down his face as he's typing in the second last attempt.
Oh, yeah. Everybody would watch that.
It would be even more entertaining than that time that all of us watched that giraffe try and give birth for like a month.
Yeah. So our evening host, Jenna Winterburn, messaged us yesterday and said, oh my goodness, that game day kit, and then I need to order food now.
So we had the Hudson's new game day kits, which is curbside pickup right now, while we watched the game. And
it was awesome.
It's so good. You can order 12 beer. You get their jam jar kit, which they supply you with the gin and their like in-house made rhubarb juice that you put in that drink. Instructions how to make the drink. Cups you can make them in.
I love how you haven't mentioned any of the food yet. You're just talking about the booze so far.
Yeah, 3 pounds of wings of your choice, chicken tenders, a nacho kit you can make. They have everything prepped for you.
It's awesome. It's just
so cool.
A wicked kit. And Jenna noticed that.
Yeah.
And then the problem with this is she did order food in here, and now our studio reeks.
Like onions.
Yeah. Like,
we have to keep the doors open in the studio, which isn't even allowed when we're on air.
So we're looking for punishment. The options that we've come up with so far on how to get back at Jenna for stinking up the studio include like a strongly worded email.
Or we can
CC the boss.
Yeah, I don't think he would take it that seriously, but I think we need to like one up with a stinkier food in here, like tuna melt.
Right.
Because what do you think that smell is? She must have ordered an onion pizza or something.
just onions. That's what she ordered.
Ew, onion
It's what
rings.
it smells like.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have any other suggestions for ways to punish Jenna Winterburn for stinking up this studio, let us know.
Are you an adult who still loves to watch Ratatouille? Because same. TikTok has this new thing where they're doing live musicals. They're actually thinking of doing a new Bridgerton one. If you haven't binged that one on Netflix yet, do it. It's very steamy, though.
Episode 5 especially.
Oh, that's when it starts to get steamy.
You just said that to me once. I haven't seen the show.
It's so good. Anyway, Ratatouille the musical did take off on TikTok with over 200,000 followers. And it starred a bunch of struggling actors, which obviously right now with the pandemic aren't getting proper work.
Right.
And with this live musical on TikTok, they actually ended up raising over $1 million for struggling actors through a benefit called the Actors Fund. So big ups to all the people that viewed it and donated.
Tell me something good.
My story is about a nurse from North Carolina who has been helping patients through the pandemic. She's a frontline worker in the COVID ward, and North Carolina's been especially hit hard. The numbers there are staggering for COVID-19. Anyway, she just won $1 million in a lottery. Like,
As she should.
deserve it.
Yeah.
Take a vacation.
Tell me something good.
Like when it's
in your
appropriate.
house.
Yeah,
Vacation in
Sorry,
your
I was just
room.
Yeah. Time for the nostalgia off. You ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, you sound confident.
I'm feeling very confident with my list today.
I don't know why you would feel confident after how many times I've won in a row.
Twice.
That's
not a huge deal. So we love this segment, the Nostalgia Off, where you listen to both of our lists that we've come up with
Yes.
that bring us back to our childhood, and you just let us know in the text line which list brought you back more.
All right, let's do this. Fire away.
So we go back and forth, right?
Correct.
Okay. Getting up to no good in the car with your siblings while your mom goes into a store for a couple
All right,
minutes.
good one. Making your locker look fly as hell.
Ooh. What would you have cut out and posted inside?
Pictures of Ryan Smith, probably.
I thought for sure you were going to say like Paula Abdul,
Oh, yeah.
Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, and that. But mainly Ryan
Just
Smith.
hockey players.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to know. Herbal Essence shampoo. I
right.
can smell it right now.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Those Italian charm bracelets where you'd collect charms that clipped onto them, the silver ones, and they always caught your arm hair and pulled it out. They hurt.
Okay, a little bit too specific.
No, it's a good one.
Crunching a chalky Flintstones vitamin for eternal health.
I still do that. Much Music's annual Fromage special. The show where Ed the Sock hosted it and mocked the year's cheesiest music videos.
When your gym shoes became your outdoor shoes. Cool.
Taking fake bathroom breaks to walk by your crush's classroom.
And my last one is Zit Remedy.
What's that? Is that a cream?
No, it's a legendary band.
Everybody wants something, they'll take your money and never give, and never give, and never give up.
Don't know that.
You don't know that?
Are they Canadian?
Yes. Lead singer Joey Jeremiah.
Don't know him.
Snake.
What?
Snake was in the band as well.
Who's that?
Oh my God.
Am I aging you?
No, you're making yourself sound a little bit dumb.
All right, so
They're from Degrassi.
okay. Yeah, too young for that. All right, let's spitfire our list and see who wins. Mine was getting up to no good in the car with your siblings when your mom would go into a store. The Herbal Essence shampoo. Remember the green lid? Italian charm bracelets that would pull your arm hair out. Much Music's annual Fromage special with Ed the Sock and taking fake bathroom breaks to walk by your crush's classroom.
Making your locker look fly. Teddy Ruxpin. Flintstones vitamins. When your gym shoes became your outdoor shoes. And Zit Remedy. With 60% of the votes around there, Lisa wins.
75.
No.
I'd say 75%.
No.
At this point now, 75.
I'm going to actually do the legit math.
Oh, gosh. You're so competitive. Like, just let me have this one. I won with the bracelet that pulled your arm hair out. That's how I got the votes. And Ed the Sock. Everyone remembers Ed the Sock. He's still on Twitter, by the way.
68%.
I'll take it.
What's your profession and what's the question that you most often get asked after people find out what you do for work? This one I feel bad for. 780-784-7107 says, I'm in the Army, and when people find out, they ask me if I've ever killed anyone.
See, it's quite an ignorant question.
Totally. Because if by chance they had to, then all of a sudden you're bringing back memories that I'm sure are buried deep and probably
awful.
took a lot of therapy to get over. Don't ask that question.
Don't ask that question.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot this morning about professions and the questions you probably shouldn't ask.
Right.
Taryn wrote in saying, I'm a speech language pathologist and I always get, so like for people with a lisp? And to be honest, I feel like that would be a question that would come to my mind. Like,
right.
that's what she does.
But I'm sure she does a lot more than that.
There's so much more to it than that.
780-784-7107. What else we got rolling in?
Amanda said, I'm an OMS clerk and admin assistant. I work in a Section 81 healing lodge. After all of the what's that questions, basically I work in a minimum security jail, by the way. Everyone always asks me, aren't you scared? Number one question.
See,
something I would ask.
A lot of these, as soon as I find out the profession, I think
like,
of
wait
the
a
question,
minute.
and that's very
I
close.
should just say the profession and have you guess what their number one question is and see if you're right. Casey wrote in saying, my family and I own a repair shop. Ryder, what do you think the number one question is?
How much would it be to fix this?
No, close. All the time they get asked because they own it for free repairs.
Right, yeah. Chris is the GM of a car repair facility, and he said, so my question is, my car makes this weird noise. What do you think's wrong?
Oh, man.
Like I'm a random noise fortune teller. 780-784-7107. What do you got for us?
I drive truck professionally, but the first question usually is, how do you back a trailer up?
Like, how do you even answer that?
Yeah,
you just,
I was just going to say, that's hard.
Do you actually want a play-by-play of how I do this, or?
Well, actually, I learned a few years ago, some guy taught me, if you put your hand at the bottom of the steering wheel, and you turn the steering wheel whatever way the trailer you want to go.
Oh, okay, that actually is fascinating. See, but I find it interesting that that's the first question people would ask, because my first question, Renee, would be, how many empty Tim Hortons cups are on the floor of your passenger seat?
Well, if you can see the floor, it's a good day.
Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Drive safe.
Play 107. It's Ryder and Lisa. What's your profession and what's the question you get asked the most when people find out what you do?
I think Jillian, who just wrote in, is speaking for teachers everywhere. She says, I'm a kindergarten teacher, and the first thing I always get is, how do you do it? I could never. Because I genuinely say that to my teacher friends all the time, and this is just a great lesson for me to just shut up. Stop talking, Lisa.
Or pre-plan better questions.
Yeah,
right?
Switch it up a bit.
Tiu, you're a massage therapist, and what do you get the most?
Mostly always when women get on the table for a massage, they always say that, I'm sorry, I never shave my legs. And the funny thing, when men come in with their hairy backs, they never once say oh, sorry, I have a hairy back, because they don't care ever.
They probably don't know it's there.
No, not once. They've never said that. But women, they'll have no hair and they'll always apologize for it.
Interesting. Yeah, we got to get rid of that. No shame.
Yeah, for sure.
Be like a man's hairy back.
Yeah.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it.
Lots of good texts coming in. Sheena, I'm a social worker. Hard job. Do you take children away? What a... People are so ignorant.
We gotta be better.
We are all learning something this morning.
Yeah, for sure. What do you do professionally, Jen?
I'm a registered nurse.
And what's the question you get asked the most?
Oh, what's the craziest, grossest thing you've ever seen? That's when I worked in the emergency department.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of, Or I have, insert blank, this weird symptom. What do you think it is? Should I come in? What's the wait time like?
You know what you need to do is start messing with people.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's like, yeah.
Oh, that sounds...
Ooh, that sounds serious.
Yeah, if somebody's like, yeah, I got this kind of weird growth on my toe, go all out, be like, I think it's polio.
You're going to lose a foot.
That's gonna turn black and fall off.
Maybe not with COVID right now. Let's hold off on these jokes because they don't need more more traffic in the hospitals.
True. Thank you for the call, Jen.
Thanks, Jen. Drive safe.
Okay.
Play.
Dog news.
Ruff, ruff.
Dog news.
Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Can you believe that intro took us 45 minutes to make? Dog news.
Ruff, ruff.
We're dog news. Just kidding. We did that live.
Tricked you.
No biggie. A couple big stories in the world of puppies. Ben & Jerry's has launched a new doggy dessert.
Oh, yeah. Is it overpriced?
I'm sure. Like, honestly, if you want to make a killing, get into making dog treats because you're taking the garbage quite often from animals that would be thrown out, like bull peckers, and making them and then selling them for $100.
Calling it a treat.
Ridiculous. So, yes, I'm sure this will be very expensive. They're made in little 4-ounce mini-sized cups, so one serving, I suppose, depending on the size of the dog.
Bougie.
There are 2 flavors. The one sounds really good. I want to try it. It's called Paunch's Mix, and it's peanut butter and pretzel swirl. These are lactose free, so they're good for
it's right up your alley.
I know. And the other one, Rosie's Batch, also sounds all right. Pumpkin and mini cookies.
Yum.
So that's one of the stories, is Ben & Jerry's doing that. And just checking out their Twitter, they're saying it'll be available soon in the frozen novelty freezer aisle at your local grocery store and in the frozen section at select pet stores.
Cool.
So watch out for that. Also, in dog news, ABC has given an 8-episode series order to Rebel Wilson hosted dog grooming competition show called Pooch Perfect.
She'd be a great host for that.
That's a great name for her show.
She's really funny.
Yeah, the show will pit 10 of the best dog groomers in America.
Okay, so they're not rookies. It's not like Nailed It. It's not like Nailed It. Dog edition.
That would be a good one too, though. But they'll be pitted along with their assistants against one another in a series of themed challenges.
Awesome.
I will definitely watch that, and I'm definitely going to buy doggy dessert. That's today's episode of Dog News.
Ruff, ruff.
Dog News.
Ruff.
I was driving yesterday, and it was like cold and windy, so I guess I noticed it even more, but there was a grown man, probably 45 years old, strolling down the street with a bottle of Mountain Dew that he was just hammering, like a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew. And I thought, it's been a long time since I've noticed an adult drinking Mountain Dew. Is that a thing?
I don't know if I've ever seen an adult drinking Mountain Dew, except for that one episode of Queer Eye. The very first episode of season 1.
Yeah, he drinks Mountain Dew and tequila, and he calls it like redneck margarita or whatever. That's Tom, right? Love that episode.
I think his name was Tom, yeah.
There's probably some other things that grown-ass adults shouldn't do. If you have a suggestion to add to the list, I'm starting it with drinking Mountain Dew.
It just seems so weird to visualize.
Right. We're compiling a list of things grown-ass people shouldn't do.
Yeah, this after you saw a man in his 40s drinking a Mountain Dew in public.
It just
so
seemed
random.
Off, yeah. Who do we got on the phone right now?
Melissa.
Melissa, what's yours? What would you like to contribute?
They shouldn't be picking their nose in public, even while driving their vehicle.
Yeah, it's almost like people think we can't see them in their cars.
Right? Unless you have blacked out windows, we can see exactly what you're doing.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it. We'll add it to the list.
Sounds good.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right.
Jordan says, my wife claims I shouldn't be playing Call of Duty anymore. So I put my headphones on and I pretend I don't hear her. That's funny to me because
yes.
I would love to know the ratio of how many teenagers play it versus grown adults. Because I know at least 4 or 5 grown-ups that game Call of Duty all the time.
I'm playing more video games right now than I ever did as a kid, a teenager in my 20s. I'm talking like an hour of NHL a day.
Right.
So, but I get it. Like, it's fun.
There's nothing else to do right now either. Jessica wrote in saying grown-ass adults should not forget their parents' birthday. Oh, my dad's is coming up soon.
Isn't that today?
No, I think it's the 21st or 18th.
Wearing superhero stuff. I've seen grown men wearing Deadpool hats, Spider-Man t-shirts.
Yes.
Sporting Batman wallets.
Okay, the worst one. Oh, you have what do you have? A Superman wallet. The worst one is that t-shirt. It's red, and it's the one from Big Bang Theory that says like kazoo or on it. What does it say on it? What's
kaboom.
Kaboom. Stop it. Jessica also wrote in. She was the one that said, don't forget your parents' birthday. She said, also, please let all the adults listening know to never order milk at a restaurant. Like, what the heck is that all about?
I would notice if I saw an adult with a big glass of milk on their table.
Side note, and I hate to change the subject a little bit here, but I would love a quick poll in the text line. Do any adults still drink a cup of milk? Like, do you pour a glass of milk and drink it? Because I haven't seen that in 10 years. The amount of people that are texting in that are saying, like, my boyfriend, my husband still drinks full glasses of milk. What? That's just... We're still doing that in 2021?
This was a suggestion, was ordering milk at a restaurant that we heard earlier. What it was. Yeah.
So super weird to visualize that. Gina said, how about grown-ass adults that don't flush the toilet?
Yeah, that's a weird one for sure. Especially like in a work atmosphere, I'll go into the bathroom and I'm like, what?
How does this happen?
What's wrong with you? There's no like kids here that could have forgotten.
Or you go to a bar and all of the toilets are full and you're like, everyone here is over the age of 18. It is illegal to be a child here.
It makes you want to get on the microphone at the restaurant and like make a public announcement. How about eating sushi with a fork? Can we put that on the list?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, you see it once in a while. I mean, you don't see it much now because people aren't going out to eat, but chopsticks are pretty easy to figure out. If you give it 10 minutes of practicing, watch a YouTube tutorial. Seeing an adult man put a clip-on tie on bothers me as well. Like,
what's wrong with that?
Well, learn how to tie a tie. It's easy. Sorry, I got a little fired up there.
Riding on hoverboards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sounds like you got some personal experience with that.
Yeah, all the kids in our street had one this past summer, and they make it look so easy. My daughter actually, like, even squats down and rides around on it like that. So one day we were all sitting around the fire, the adults on the street, and we thought, well, it looks like so much fun. Like, we could all do that. Yeah, no, we can't do it.
Lots of injuries.
Well, yeah, lots of new ailments.
Yeah. Luckily, the kids told us to start on grass, so there wasn't any serious injuries, but none of us looked as good as the kids did, and not one of us had as much fun as we did on it.
The most disgusting word in the English language.
Moist.
Yeah, according to most, is voted as moist. So some bakers have actually stopped using it completely.
Really?
Just because it's that unsettling for people to read that word for some reason.
But a moist cake is so good.
I know. So guess what they've replaced it with, though?
What?
Instead of saying a moist cake, I read a recipe online that said... Damp.
I'm right?
Yes. So... Damp cake. Don't you think that's more unsettling than a moist cake? The word damp?
I kind of like it.
Okay. The 90s and 9 continues. You feel greatly supported after posting something about your face.
Yeah. My Mascne is real bad right now, so majority of the breakouts are on the chin. Well, all of them are right now.
Mascne?
Mask acne.
Is that like an actual term people are using, or did you just make that up?
No, it's a term.
Okay.
And I think it's because I wore a cloth mask for like an hour when I was skating outside, and the mask got really moist from breathing and like kind of working out on the ice. It was very damp. And so my skin's been really bad for the past week or so. And so I posted my chin on Instagram, and the amount of women that responded saying, same, I cried really hard today about my skin. I'm really insecure about it. It's worse than ever. I just want to let you know that you're not alone, that a lot of people are dealing with it, especially people that have to wear a mask for work 12 hours a day. Well, it sucks.
Here's a little tip for you, too, if you are dealing with that. Just wear a mask.
Just wear it all the time.
So, like, when you get home...
Part of your face now.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny Jasno takes over after 10 a.m. We need to apologize.
Yeah, I just want you to know it's your second day here. By the way, how was day one? It was good?
Yeah, it was super good, super fun.
Okay, good. The smell in here is not us.
I walked in and I was like, what's going on, guys?
It smells like BO.
So we figured Jenna Winterburn, our evening host, ordered food in here last night.
For the Oilers game.
Okay.
She's a big Oilers fan.
Because I think we can all agree there are aromas of onion.
It's very oniony.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I
Possible
think...
green pepper.
Yeah, okay. So, I think we all need to guess what Jenna had for dinner last night. We have a staff meeting today over Zoom, and we can find out what the real answer is. But what are you smelling? Like, when you first came into the room, Johnny, what...
Onion, hint of green pepper.
Okay.
So that leads you to guess.
I'm going down the sub route.
Ooh, Subway.
I didn't
Their
even
onions
think
are
about that.
powerful, yeah.
And their buns when they have the seasoning on them. the herbs.
yeah, right. The Italian bun or whatever.
See, I'm thinking it was a Boston Brute. Because I also smell like a touch of deep fry, and that tells me that whatever she got came with a side. So I think a Boston Brute has the onions side fry.
Good call.
There's not even any evidence in here either because the cleaners came in and took out the garbage. So it's so strong that it's making me think that it is a pizza that had so many raw white onions on it.
That's the new topping, raw white onions.
An onion pizza.
Just that's it. It was just onion pizza. That's what Jenna's into.
Well, check back after 11, after we're done our meeting.
Yeah, Johnny can give an update on his show of what she ate for dinner.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.